Okay, we are back on the record. So Ryan, you want to start back up where you were before?
So I don't know if you've seen it, but in her opposition, it said Nicole and Ryan would give and provide Alicia's medication at a school. I mentioned to the school on multiple occasions that this was not to be done this way due to it happening during my timeshare. I provided the order a number of times along with speaking to the staff in the office.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, which one is it? She just says, you know, whenever it's convenient for her, she just tries to come off the top of the head with things and say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, and oh, we asked them to drop it off at the school, but they don't, and now she's saying that we are, and that she's saying we're not supposed to. So
I see that.
Alright.
Okay.
And then in regards to the letter that was from Aliana, it's not in her handwriting. The Instagram profile that she messaged my wife, that Andrea messaged my wife was a fake profile. Aliana has 3 profiles that are all blocked from Save the Alicia page. It does not make sense. Aliana would make a new email, a new password, a new profile just to comment or message my wife. She would just simply unblock me from her main account or other 2 accounts, write me, and then block me again. And then Aliana doesn't refer to us as Ryan or Rachel no matter how upset she gets. There are different stories in regards to what she claimed happened. First is she said I pulled the chair on her, the other one is I shoved her, pushed her off the chair. So you can't even get their story straight anyway.
Can't what? I'm sorry.
They can't get their story straight anyway. First she says I pulled the chair from her, then she says I shoved her off the chair. So I mean, it's just, you know, that's a fake. That's perjury. It's not okay. She's under oath.
So what's the story there? No, it never happened. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's never. She's always trying to claim abuse. Like she doesn't want to let me be a parent to my kids. If I raise my voice, oh, he's abusing you. If I put it in the corner, oh, that's abuse. Anything is abuse. I mean, you know, by the document from the nurse where she said no bruise was observed, not even a mark, and that she claimed she had pictures, and Alicia stayed quiet, didn't say anything, and that was an exhibit. So she's just constantly trying to, you know, she wants us to come in here and say like she tries to co-parent, she tries this and so. She is a counter-parent. There's no length that she won't go to sever my relationship with my kids, and she's pretty close to doing that with my daughter. Like it's already gotten it, because she's 16 years old and she's put on an adult pedestal at Andrea's. She is rewarded every time she rejects me and my family. She's allowed to go wherever she wants and whenever she wants, and have no adult supervision. Be allowed to have sexual Instagram posts, explicit photos on herself with kickies all over her neck. And that was evidence. I submitted that. I am Aliana's father, and it is my job to make sure she is safe. And try to guide her in making the rightful decision to make sure she has a successful adult. I I have rules in my household, and Aliana is at an age where she wants to be an adult and be treated as an adult, but she's not an adult yet. Children are not going to like every decision you make, but that means you are doing something right. Aliana has been raised to reject me. She has been taught that any parenting would be considered abuse, no matter what it is. If she doesn't like it, just claim abuse. Andrea's made it very hard for me to be able to parent our children without them feeling every little thing is abuse. Aliana feels as if she does not need to respect me or my decisions, which she made it clear when I said that she would not be able to go hang out with her friends in the beginning of the year because her grades were slipping while she was with her mom. Aliana was angry at me for that and felt that she would not have even a curfew, that she should be able to come out and go when she pleaded. After that incident is when Aliana started not to come to my residence anymore. Aliana had been punished her entire life for wanting to have a relationship with me and my family. Aliana has been recorded, which I have submitted to the court in the past, of her standing up for me on the phone to her grandma and mom Thanksgiving and getting in trouble for it. Alicia's black eye. Alicia never had a black eye ever. He was with my sister, with Travis and Ryan Jr. After Travis's championship soccer game, they went to dinner and they went running. Then he went running back to the car, and Junior opened the door, and that's when Alicia hit the side of her face on the door. Andrea administered makeup to his eye in her picture that she provided because Alicia did not have any bruising the next day on his eye. And I have pictures of his eye the next day when he went for Mother's Day. The first thing my wife said when he came back from being with my sister, great, now they're going to say that Ryan punched him in the face. My sister was like, no, they won't, because Alicia knows what happened, and my wife said it doesn't matter because they'll still try and say he hit him. Lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Andrea is a professional makeup artist, and it's very easier for her to apply makeup to his eye.
Yeah, can I say something? I didn't post all the pictures or give all the pictures, but I took them frequently as they progressed. I never said that he gave it to him. I know what happened. I just said that he's always getting hurt over there. So he's making it sound like I told you that Ryan gave it to him. But that's false.
Okay.
I didn't put makeup on my child.
Okay. Alright, done.
In regards to social media, Andrea claims that it is humiliating to Alicia, yet Alicia has never came to me or my wife and asked us to stop posting on social media, or even seem upset or angry about it. Alicia and my wife have a very close relationship, and he knows he can talk to her about anything. Andrea will willfully and purposely email the teachers and the staff the Instagram post her mother. Andrea tags the school in all of her posts as if they were concerned about Alicia being humiliated. They were not even engaged in that type of behavior and let the school know that even exists. My wife has never tagged anyone from the school or anybody that would personally know Alicia. Andrea is making sure that everyone at the school sees his actions and other things that are going on in his life by her willfully emailing them. My wife and I are spreading awareness and seeking justice for Alicia. Aliana does not even go by Aliana. Everyone at her school, including the teachers and staff, know her name is Dax. She signs all her school papers as Dax.
As what? I'm sorry.
Daxter.
D?
D-A-X-T-E-R.
Daxter. Okay, Dax. Okay.
her friends don't even know her real name. So why would Aliana be so concerned about people looking up Aliana? They don't even know about her name. Andrea has purposely emailed the staff to try and push her agenda at the school. It shows in the emails to the teacher, she states that she wants separate conferences. Why? What does she have to hide? Co-parenting would be both of us being on the same page when it comes to schooling and come up with a plan. Andrea even went as far as telling the school counselor that Alicia had a huge emotional breakdown and asked her if Alicia said anything to her about it, and the counselor said no. Then she goes on to tell the counselor that it's because he has to go with his dad and the mental anguish. In the beginning of the year, we provided a doctor's note to the school for Alicia to be able to use the restroom for his urologist. Oh yeah, that's what it was. We got a note from the urologist and gave it to them, so that he'll be able to go to. It wasn't the 504 thing.
Okay,
That's
so you're
how-
gonna need
that's
to
how
for sure do
And
that.
we gave it to the nurse.
Right, so it's a different document.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
It should
That's what we
accomplish
gave in
that,
the
but-
beginning of the year.
It doesn't. So yeah, the 504 needs to be signed. Okay.
Um, okay, so about Alicia's schooling. Andrea doesn't make sure Alicia's homework is done or that he is doing what he's supposed to during class. There are no consequences to Alicia's actions as residents, and he knows that, and that's why his behavior has declined. He knew when he was with me for a week at a time when the timeshare was week on, week off, he was going to have to complete all missing assignments before he could go outside and play or do anything, and I guess that's why. I guess that made me a warden. Alicia was doing very well in the school. While court was still going on, he did not let court or social media affect his performance in school because he wanted to participate in football. Alicia and Travis at Travis' game said he was sick of sitting on the sidelines and not being able to participate. In regards to a high anxiety and depressed child that Andrea claims we never see that side of Alicia. He is always happy, loving, active, running, playing, loves doing things as a family, even if it's just staying home and having family movie night or going on bike rides. He's always dancing and singing. He has not had depression or anxiety in our care. He gets angry that he is still going through his bowel issues and that they told him after court was over he would be fine, yet it hasn't gotten better. My wife and I have raised 4 healthy, happy children with no health issues, no mental health issues. That includes my stepson, who also went through custody and high conflict with his biological father not being involved in his life for 8 years. So what is the issue with Aliana and Alicia being depressed and having anxiety? The only difference is that they were raised by Andrea and alienated from me and my family. Andrea, there's no co-parenting, there's no talking, there's no response, there's no nothing. I mean, I don't think that's okay at all. I think she should be held accountable for everything she's been doing to my kids since we broke up. She puts them in the middle and uses them. Either they get in trouble or they get rewarded depending on what they do when it comes to me and my family. So I just want to know if you wanted to see the Instagram or the social media post from his grandma, which is outside that he's always with. His mom works 24/7. That says it's Munchausen syndrome, and that there's nothing wrong with him.
So have you seen these, Mom?
Yeah, And those are just her opinions, and I've already talked to her about it, so she stopped doing all that, you know.
She hadn't stopped?
She's been doing it since
She has.
2012.
She blocked her.
And we didn't even know she was doing it. She's been dragging us through, you know, from
Okay.
way before court even started, and we didn't even know.
So do you have copies of them?
Yeah.
At least some, I mean, I don't need to see a lot, but you have like copies from when? Recently or old ones? I don't wanna see old ones.
No, it's just a proof of that. They don't.
Old ones or new ones? What do you have?
I don't know. I gotta see what the date was. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Well, the Montrose one was after court, I believe, and like your final decision.
Okay, while you're looking for
Yeah,
that,
it's right here.
you find it?
I just wanna point out that I never do anything like that on my social media.
Her
Yeah, I don't
partner,
even know what
his,
that word meant.
posted and said there's nothing wrong with him, and that we're crazy.
Okay.
Well, it's not
Alright, it was
just
actually
mom, it's
somebody-
the entire family.
Yeah,
None of them
somebody,
think
Josh,
anything's wrong.
was actually the one who said it's Munchausen's, and then she said, yeah, I told my daughter that, and then they kinda bantered back and forth about that. Some Josh Strickland or something, who's that? Just a friend of hers?
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay. Alright, are you finished? Cause I'm gonna let mom do her response, if you're finished with your presentation.
Well, I mean, the reason why we put him in public is because if we don't, it leaks through his underwear to his pants, to the couch, or to the seat in the car, or it gets everywhere. You try to wash his underwear in the washer, it gets in the rest of the clothes smell. When you put it in the dryer, this is what we've been having to deal with all this time. And you know, Alicia, he knows the truth. He knows that it'll go away. Like, he knows what needs to happen, and he's put in the middle. He has to lie for his mom and say that he gets medication. If not, you know, that he's not gonna see his mom anymore, and it's ridiculous. There's just no lengths he won't go to instead of being a co-parent and being happy that his father's in his life. Both of the kids have a father that care. They would be completely happy if I just forgot about the kids. That's what they would prefer.
Okay,
So,
okay, let me hear from, mom.
So on that last note, I'm not trying to take the kids away from him. I haven't done that, like even on my opposition, it doesn't state anywhere on there that I want sole custody, that I want to take them fully away from them, and, well, we feel anyway, by the way, but, I didn't know exactly how to fill it out, honestly, cause it was the first time I've done one, so.
No, you both did fine, yeah,
it's right here.
yeah.
So,
That's what I just said.
you just said you did it.
And then I corrected myself. I said not for Alicio. But so I don't know where to start because he was everywhere. I don't know where to start.
Well, I mean, you can make your presentation and you're basically responding in your paperwork with your position, just
right,
tell me
but I
what your
have to like
position.
prove that all the things that he's saying that I'm lying about it, I'm not lying about, right? 'Cause
So you're saying you deny everything that he's saying,
yeah,
correct?
I even
Okay.
have like I don't know why he's constantly saying I'm such a liar. I put makeup on my child. He had a bruised eye. I got him Mother's Day, and I have pictures of the progression of that. I'm not putting makeup on him. I can't make his eye swollen.
I guess the question becomes, is that something to complain about, or is it something to just say, hey, what happened
Right.
to his eye?
No.
You know, and then he could say, oh, bumped it here, and then
He
that'd be
told
the
it,
end of
yeah.
it, right? But
He told me exactly what happened.
but
I
then
never
he's
blamed
saying
him.
we are using it against him because they always get hurt over there. I mean, you guys could do this until your kids are 20.
That's what I'm saying, so I
And-
thought
and
we-
that-
Well, who's
hold on.
you guys though?
Hold on.
I've
When I say
always
you
been
guys,
willing to co-parent.
I
always
hear
just
you,
trying
Ryan.
to
Well,
be
what
there
I'm
in my
saying
kid's
is,
life.
because of the way that things are handled, whichever direction it is, I'm not putting blame right now. I'm just saying, your kids will be in the midst of this forever, and it's so sad because you guys have two beautiful kids, and I believe that you both love them. I believe you parent them completely differently, and I don't think it works because you're always here. And what really concerns me, and I'm gonna let Mom respond, but what really concerns me is Alicio. It always has. One of the reasons that I struggled so much with trying to maintain a schedule where everybody has contact, I appointed the guardian, she weighed in, but it's still happening, and it's just really upsetting, it's disturbing. So, but I'll let Mom, I wanna hear from Mom about everything that she has to say, and, basically you can go through your opposition and counter motion and tell me what your thoughts are on everything, and what you're requesting from the court, and then, I wanna think about it and kind of figure out what I think needs to happen, because we have the summer, then we have the school year, and I may ask you for some more information. That was what I was telling you earlier before we broke, either one of you. The school issue concerns me. Number one, the 504 needs to happen no matter where he is or who's got him, because he needs to be able to get out of class and go to the bathroom. And he can't be held responsible or penalized for that, and if that's how come the tardies are happening, then that's not fair to him. But if he's missing school, or he's missing a lot of school, that's a problem too.
Yeah, and I had that hearing.
You have the breakdown of all his
Yeah.
class, and I don't know why he's missing school, but that's a concern. And if his
Right.
grades are stinking, which they are, that's a problem. Mom, can you tell me, what's your work schedule like now? Because you said he's with your mom a lot now because you're working so much.
He's not with my mom. Well, he goes home to my mom, but my grandma picks him up.
Your mom, your grandma, whoever, somebody else other than you. I guess it's
Right.
either one of those two. So
I work at, I start work, it could either be at 8:30 and end at like 5:45, 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
So it just depends on how busy we are. But that's initially it, and then we go home, and then, like it's pretty much, he's already taken his medicine, I have to do dinner then, just the nightly regimen before we go to bed, because it's already almost close to bedtime. So, with the weekends that I have him for that one weekend, like that's pretty much all I have, because I'm off on the weekends.
Okay. And Dad, your schedule's still the same, early in the morning, or are you not working yet? You working
Yeah,
again?
I got a different job.
And what's your schedule?
7 to 3 or 5, depending on if we work 8 or 10 hours.
7 to 3 or 7 to 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Monday through Friday?
Yeah, some Saturdays.
I can't hear you.
Yes, and then some Saturdays.
Some Saturdays, okay. Alright, Mom.
So I have the breakdown of the absences and everything like that. I've only obviously had him for all the weeks of starting January 15th and recent. Everything that was on the list that I posted, anything that was below that, they're all unverified absences, not on my days. I went specifically through week by week by week to double check anything. The only ones that were mine were the ones of the 15th and up for recent, but they're all excused. That was just for his pinky, follow up, things like that. So there's doctor notes into the school, so I have those. And then, what was the other thing? I don't know. Let's see. I just think it's frustrating that he feels like he knows what we're doing. I have all the medicines, and I've always said that, and like I said in the beginning, after talking parent, I stopped just doing it because I was able to get my own prescription. I didn't feel like I needed to go back and forth with him on it any further. He does have a new PCP per your order. I
Who is
have
it?
it, who's the PCP? It's in my phone.
Have
Oh,
you told
we-
Ryan about it?
We pediatric.
I sent her the three,
So long.
ones that
It's
I,
my turn.
that I,
You sent her 3 names?
yeah. And she never opened it, she never read it, and
So
now
did
I'm
you pick
hearing
one of
that
those
he
3
has a new
names?
PCP.
Okay, so he's saying his side. So right after court, I messaged him multiple times. They're in my opposition on Talking Parent. Please provide me the 3 names. Please provide me the 3 names. He didn't get back to me, and he would argue back with me saying he has his pediatrician from April, whatever. I said, well, no, in the new order, it states that you need to give me 3 names. I mentioned it multiple times. He never gave it to me. So, right, but you never
I'm
gave it
talking
to me.
parent. It took me a month. It took me a month because I didn't know and which ones I wanted, and I
No,
did.
that's not what your argument
Let
was,
her
though.
finish. Let her finish, and then you can respond.
Your argument was that he has his PCP as of the last order before this 15th. Alicio does have anxiety and depression. It has been proven from Julia a long time ago. It is in an email that was in hearing court a long time ago. He does cry. He cries, I'm not saying all the time, but he does cry and throw these little tantrums that he does not want to go, and that's why I've asked the counselor to speak with him about it. Yes, he's fine when he gets there, and that's perfectly fine. I don't care about that. I'm just trying to provide him with the tools that he needs to work through what he's going through. That's all I'm doing. With the conferences, yes, I don't want to have a conference with the father. We obviously don't co-parent well together. I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth just like what we're doing right now. I can get the information from his teachers, and he can get the information for his teachers. I don't see why we have to do that, and the teachers don't mind that we're doing that. Well, from my end, I don't know about his, but I just don't want you to believe that I don't give my son medicine and I don't feed him correctly, because like I said, I do.
So you believe that the reason why this is happening is just stress?
I do.
So,
I mean, it's
stress where?
just, I guess in general in his daily life, I don't know. He's going through problems at school, and I've tried talking to the teachers about it. I've tried to get them all on the same page. Sometimes he just and they all agree that it does look like what he's going through is ADD, ADHD. They say all the signs are there. And then with the enemas, I don't believe that he should be been given so many enemas. How do they know that he's so impacted that they're giving him these enemas? I don't understand that. Are they really taking him to the emergency all the time to find this out? Or I'm not sure where they're getting that information from. I do have her writing her letter again, or words like her letter. It's on my phone. I have the pictures of the bruisings if you want to see them progress, that I didn't do makeup on. I just want to make sure that him and Aliana's, or Alicia's and Aliana's stuff isn't posted on social media and not on Nicole Geraldo's social media anymore. The FDF, of course, that's in my motion. I want to make sure that happens as well.
He brought it up too, because I don't think wait, did you bring it up or did he bring
I
it up?
did.
You did.
He didn't even put it in his motion.
I think
and
he
hasn't done
did.
it.
Didn't you? I thought you did.
Yeah, I brought it up.
Yeah, I thought he had too. Alright, well, we'll deal with the FDFs. Okay. I mean, each of you had filings of hundreds and hundreds of pages, so it was a lot, but I thought he had brought it up too.
Yeah, because I just, like, I feel like I'm not ever getting a say. Like, he's calling me a liar and saying I'm such a bad mom and I'm neglectful, but we're getting information, like, from both ends saying that, oh, CPS is involved, and the CPS lady that I talked to that supposedly I'm lying about too, also contacted Julia, you know, just for the whole situation, so I wouldn't mind if you talk to her.
I don't get to speak to them, but we
Oh.
request their records.
Records, sorry, yeah, but she should put that in there, I don't know if she did or not, but, yeah, she stated that what Nicole is doing on social media is unacceptable. And that it is probably due to stress of what he's going through. I showed her I had all the medicines. Of course, Ryan's saying obviously I just recently got them just for this court date, which is obviously not true. And with, like Mother's Day, he told Alicio that it wasn't 9 o'clock yet, so he sent Alicio almost 45 minutes late out to me, which I didn't think was fair, because what if I had breakfast plans with my family? It was Mother's Day.
Did you end up with a police escort that morning?
They said that Ryan cleared all of his warrants, but I have his records that I gave to you in the opposition. It doesn't state that, but I don't know exactly how to read it. It just is all of his stuff on there. He just recently was arrested in April.
No?
Yeah, actually,
Pardon?
yeah,
On a warrant?
for once, yeah.
Oh,
But I
okay.
had, that's why they
Yeah,
cleared
because I
up,
don't
and that's
see a
why I don't have
warrant, I
any.
mean, I don't see
For
any, but I don't know.
traffic, right?
Pardon me?
Traffic, yeah,
Okay.
unpaid tickets.
All right, go ahead, Lauren.
He said that I canceled the insurance, and I didn't. I just don't qualify for medical through the government anymore. I just. And when he was saying that I verbally and physically assaulted them when they came onto the property of my mom's house, this was immediately after the whole assault where he punched my partner. So they knew what they were doing, coming on and coming up to the door and, you know, picking up that. Bless you.
Hold on 1 second. I want to sneeze for your testimony.
Bless you.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
They knew what they were doing because she knew she was already going to be aggravated. She just got assaulted. So yes, they made it clear to come onto our property and make a mess of things. And then yes, everybody got heated, but I don't have that demeanor. I don't assault and I don't do anything. I was the one in the middle of it trying to make sure nothing happened. We did call the escort. Obviously they just, you know, kind of said, okay, well, so they're saying that I always say that there's nothing wrong with Alicio, and that's not true. It was true in the very beginning, 2016, I said something like that in court. But as of after that, obviously you know that there's, you know, he has these issues that he has to take care of. I don't state every day all the time to him that he has no issues, and that's what they're saying that I do. I just say that he's not dying because they like to yell that he's dying, and that's what frustrates me. So it doesn't even make, no, I'm not even bringing it up.
I'm sorry?
I was just talking to myself, I was like, I'm not gonna bring that up.
Oh, okay.
Right, it's in there, so. So I don't know if you, cause I know that he's saying that Julia is trying to get a protective order against my attorneys. I just texted her today and asked her about that, and she said, no, that's false. Aliana is a good student. She's in honors, she does dance, she's doing very well. I don't know where he is trying to say that she does drugs and drinks. If she did, she is against all of that. She's eco-friendly, she's trying to be better and like vegan, but I'm trying to, talk to her about that one too, because she sometimes needs protein. But she's not a bad girl, and she is 16 and she knows what is going on. That's why she wanted to write this letter. I know that you would have been against it, and I told her from the get-go, because I knew you didn't want children involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to be able to speak her mind.
Okay.
I have done Alicia's same treatment plan, except for when they weren't giving it to me, and then I had to go on there. I have documentation. I have a video of me knocking on their door. Like, I try to get and obtain the medication. I send my grandma, and she's just like, I wish I didn't have to do this, but, obviously she does, because we need the medication. The reason I said that he couldn't get it administered is because they were doing it on my week and taking it to him to take at the school. The school didn't know what they were doing. The nurse was the one who supposedly, I guess, said it was okay for them in the long run, but the principal said that's not the way it's supposed to happen. I just told them, that yes, he's supposed to provide me with the medication, so if he could just drop them off here so I can pick them up from him, that's the way that it's supposed to work. Like, I just asked to be at the common ground because the kids all go to that school. Why couldn't they just drop it off? Like, I don't understand, why couldn't they just take it there, drop it off, or give it to Alicia so he can bring it back home? They didn't do that. That's not what they were doing. They were giving it to him there on my days. Every single day they would go into the school and try to administer the medicine. And it wasn't even Ryan, it was Nicole. I'm just hoping for summer, some kind of, I don't even know, honestly, at this point what's going to happen with your decision or whatever. So, I just put that just hoping, that it can help in some way. And then with, obviously, this weekend, it is my weekend, and I know that they're saying that the 3-day weekend or Memorial Day or whatever, but I didn't see it, and I don't know if I'm just not reading it correctly, but I don't have that much time with them, so it would be greatly appreciated. And yes, that is my doing because I work, so I'm sorry for my hours. And then, like I was saying with Aliana and me, literally crying to her, telling her that I'm going to be in trouble if she does not go. Over and over and over again. I try to make her go. Like I said, I can't be there every day after school when they're supposed to pick her up and she doesn't end up being where she needs to be. I don't know what to do about that situation. If I get in trouble and I'm held in contempt, then so be it, because I can't help that situation.
Okay, so this, I'm gonna just make sure I clarify real quickly. The 3-day holidays are whoever has the weekend has the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
That would be me.
School, pardon?
That would be me this weekend.
No, it's my 4th weekend. It's
It's
me.
the 4th weekend of the month. That's what she's saying. It's her weekend.
It didn't say who had the previous weekend has the holiday.
The weekend that it's attached to. So this weekend is the holiday. So I want to say it's the 4th weekend. Let me look at make
It
sure.
is,
Yeah. So So in other words, if you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to drop off, then she would have through Tuesday, but then she has the weekdays. So, hold on one second, I wanna make sure this is the fourth weekend, I think it is. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's the fourth weekend. So then,
But then it's summer.
then it's summer, so then
Mhm.
she would then we would just go into the summer holiday schedule, or the summer weekly schedule, if that's how I leave it. That's how I leave it, but I'll let you know. But so what we're gonna do then for this weekend is, she'll have them Friday through Monday through Tuesday. If I don't change anything, but at this point, I know you said you don't have them that often. Yeah, Dad.
Just make a short reply to what she just said. The
If
things that
she's
she just
finished,
said.
I'm not sure she's finished. Are you finished yet?
I mean.
Yeah, you can have one after she's finished.
Yeah, I did. I don't, there's just so much, but I added it all in there, so I just.
Yeah, it's
I
all
feel
in
like,
your written
yeah.
paperwork. I'll go through all of it again. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Any short reply from you?
I'm pretty sure Julia said that she was not qualified to make any recommendation stating that Alicia was had an anxiety or depression.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe the CPS worker is qualified to say that he has
The
anxiety
CPS worker's
or
job is to
depression.
determine if there's abuse or neglect or some emergent
Yeah.
or urgent
Right.
situation that needs to be addressed.
Yes.
Immediately.
So Julia did say that, but it was on the ADD ADHD. She's the one who's able to diagnose him with anxiety and depression, which she did. She did that in the beginning. You have a letter from her stating that.
Mhm.
But she's talking about the ADD ADHD, but she can see all the signs as well, and that's why we've been trying to get Ryan on board with an evaluation. But he doesn't agree to that because he thinks he's gonna get medications for it,
Where's
which
the
it's
letter?
possible.
Where when he was diagnosed? I want to see this.
It's in
I
there.
need to see. You know, you really got to be
Oh my
careful with
gosh.
what she says. You actually need to see proof. You can't just go off of what comes
When you
out
say
of
it's
her
in there,
mouth.
where is it?
Anything.
I don't know, wherever all of our paperwork is for you guys. It was brought up in court a while ago. Oh, I can make it look it up.
I mean,
It's been in the court.
Okay, but sometimes it gets admitted as an exhibit, and
Right.
sometimes it gets admitted or just filed with the record. So, do you know where it is
I
specifically?
mean, I can find it on my phone right now. I have it.
You have the letter. Well, if you find it, you want to
Mhm.
file it within the next. Serve it on. Are you signed up for eServe, both of you?
No, I couldn't figure it out.
How to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you guys can go down. Is the window even open downstairs now? Yeah, because that way, if we file anything or you two file anything, it just automatically gets emailed to you. So if you can get signed up for that, that would be great.
I mean, supposedly there's videos of this and that. We've never seen any.
You're
what do you
saying
wanna
this is a
see?
letter from Julia,
Mhm.
and Julia, and then you commented about her getting a TPO or whatever, and I think it was that she was being subpoenaed and she was trying to get a protective order.
That actually happened.
Yeah.
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 I don't know why she just said it wasn't true.
Well,
A second
it's
ago.
not a
That
TPO
actually
for harassment. It's
Yeah.
it's a protective order from a subpoena. I think that's what you're.
No, it was harassment from her attorney. That's
Harassment.
exactly what it said.
Mm.
That's exactly what it
Where
was.
where is that?
I don't have it with me right now, but
Was
I remember
filed
clear as day. It was harassment by the
You're talking about
attorney.
in this case? Something was filed like
yes.
that. No,
Julia filed that.
she filed
She
it
had
for
her
a
lawyer
protective
file
order.
that.
It wasn't.
For her attorney.
It wasn't.
That's
It
exactly
wasn't
what it was.
harassment. It was protective order from a subpoena. It wouldn't be filed in this case if that were the situation.
It was because she was being harassed by her attorney, so she didn't want to come up here. She didn't want anything to do with coming over
That's
here.
not
because
harassment.
they were
It's
harassing her.
subpoena. She may not have wanted anything to do with it, but
She
just
asked
so you
for the
know,
subpoena
she asked
to
for
be
protective
squashed
order.
because of harassment by her
it's
attorney.
not harassment. That was not the reason. Listen, I'm telling you, Ryan, it's called a protective order so that you don't have to appear pursuant to a subpoena. But it's not granted because you're being harassed. It's granted because there's a legal basis to stop you from having to come and testify. And that's what she was seeking in this court.
Yeah, but that's what she said that her reasoning was. That's why she didn't want to come. But that's fine.
Okay, I mean, I can always look at that again.
And then, so, I mean, yeah, those are opinions. There's not been one qualified person that has stated Alicia has anxiety or depression.
So,
Molly Rosenblum, those were her opinions. She wasn't qualified to say that he had anxiety or depression.
Right.
By all those people were opinions.
She didn't say that. I mean, she wasn't diagnosing him as having anxiety. I mean, I think she was just seeing how it was affecting him, this litigation, but I don't consider her an expert in that area.
She said that.
That he was exhibiting those types of. Look, you don't have to be an expert to know when your kid's anxious or depressed, what have you. I know both of you know your kid very well. Like you just said, I don't see those symptoms in my household, right? Because you know what they look like. I mean, no one's saying that anyone's an expert in that area, but she's saying he's got it. You're saying, yeah, he doesn't have it.
right, he's just trying to be a kid, but like I said, I have to like sit there and coach him through these, and I mean, Julia's seen them too, like in person, like what he goes through. I'm not saying that it happens when he's over there, because obviously, like I said, he wants to be a kid, he wants to play, do what he has to do, but when he is transitioning over there, this is when it happens. He will cry that night, saying, Mom, I don't want to go. Please, I don't want to go. I want to stay with you. And that's when I have to say, I'm sorry, honey, you have to go. You have to go. And then he just ends up having this breakdown. So that's why I reach out to the counselor at the school, just to make sure he's okay going over there for the transition. And that's exactly what that email says.
Well, why? Why? Is it because he's being abused? I don't understand. It's not.
A lot of kids do it. A lot of kids do it. Just so you know, they do it a lot because it's easy, it's comfortable. Maybe you have. Hold on. Maybe you have more rules. Maybe it's different over her house and your house, and he likes something that he gets to do at her place. Look, it's really much more simple than you know. There's some major issue. It could be very much that it's just, God, I'm really comfortable here, and I get to play my XYZ game, whatever. And over there, Dad doesn't let me do it as often as Mom, or, you know, it could be just a really simple fact, right, that it causes him to have the meltdown. And it happens. Your case is not unusual. It happens a lot. And they learn to adjust, you know, and once they get there, they're fine.
Right.
It used to happen, like, when he was really young, because of the way he was raised, the way the kids were raised, the way they would talk about me to the kids. So they had this idea of I'm this horrible person, and that's never changed. That's been the same throughout to this day. So he used to cry like in front of me, like I would see him crying and trying, like, saying I don't want to go and this and that. But that was when he was like 4 and like 5.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do that anymore. He's 12. He's gonna be 13. That doesn't happen anymore. He used to be like a really mama's boy, like really a lot, and that's when he used to cry and say I don't want to go on that when he was like really young. But now he's older, like.
But she's saying it's happening when he's with her. I mean, once he gets with you, I'm sure he's fine.
He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I even ask him, I make sure that he's good, you know, and he's like, yeah, I'm fine. But, like I was saying, like, it's not all the time anymore. Like, it lessened since the week on, week off, you know, since I have him more. It has lessened. So I don't know if it was just because of the new transition of me having him that week for school, like him having to go back and, like, having to go back on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it has happened maybe like 3 times since the new order. So I think he's just like already getting used to it now, so he should be okay. But that's all I'm concerned, is to make sure that he's okay. I'm not saying that Ryan's over here beating him and doing all this stuff. Like, I understand what's going on with him.
Yeah, you say that all the time.
Okay.
I have an email from Julia, but it's not the one that says anxiety and depression, and I just texted her. She's with a client right now. but I can, I guess, submit it later if,
If I want it.
Yeah,
Um,
and then I still have the
the thing
video
from-
of her writing,
for your daughter.
and then the pictures of the bruised eye in progression of it getting bruised.
Okay, has
Like,
he seen these?
I don't see how he couldn't, like,
Yeah.
you only seen
Yes.
the,
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's makeup. You can see it. You can see.
All right, let me see.
okay.
Try
It's
to get her
makeup.
All right,
phone.
I'm gonna show you pictures that we took, and then you get the pictures that she made.
Yeah, how is it makeup? Oh my goodness. You are a dick.
This is the day before he left. This is another day before he left.
Yep, I have those too.
And then this is what it really was. That's all it really was,
Mhm.
and that's the makeup.
There's, okay, you're gonna actually have to go through them to give them to you, cause there's like multiple different days. So,
Okay.
am I allowed to approach? No?
I mean, I don't have a problem with her coming up here. If he wants to come up here too, they can both come. You all three can come up. How's that? You need to see what she's showing me.
Yeah.
Oh, these are mine, I got those.
Okay, so let me have those.
So this is when I first got him that day, which is,
That's what it really like. That's
This
all
is-
it was. That's all it ever
Okay.
was.
right,
Well, it
And
could
then that
bruise.
all of a
right,
sudden.
I don't
could
understand
bruise.
why you don't think it's a little.
It doesn't mean
bruise.
it couldn't bruise though. Okay, hold on one second. All right. Cute. All right.
Okay, so this is the day I picked him up, or the
Uh-huh.
12th, it
Uh-huh.
has the date on there.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mhm.
that's,
Do you show him?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
right, but this big old knot right here, that's how it bruises. And then that's his eye closed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's the same, pretty much.
Mhm. And then you can see the knot on this side going out of his eyebrow. This is a gas station, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't put makeup on before I
Okay.
went to a gas
It's all
station.
bruised. All right.
Okay, and then
Okay, got darker a little bit.
all this makeup, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's yellowing now.
Yellowing, yeah. That's when
Mhm.
they start to heal.
And then this is more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably the last one I took. But you can see the same line from the door and the knot, because I never said that it was Ryan who beat him or did anything like that.
Okay.
I think, yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Ryan, I don't
Oh.
want you to keep
And then the video.
the video up here. Yeah, stay here.
So she sent it on Snapchat because it wasn't going through. So just touch, the first one, you know how to do Snapchat, right?
Mhm.
Is it a video?
You're gonna have to be able to see that too, whenever.
So you message him told her
Yeah,
to
because
try
you're making
and
it
write
sound like somebody else wrote this letter.
Can we read both the Can we just read both the letters? She doesn't talk like that at all. And
You can give me the other letter, too, if you want.
How she really talks.
What is this saying? No, it's upside
She's
down.
just trying to do the same thing
Or
what
should I
she
just
did.
read it?
Letter. Okay, here's my handwriting, whatever. Yeah. What were you saying?
Can I just read the one she
Yeah,
actually
sure.
wrote to my Dear Nicole,
How long
I
ago?
hope you know how much I appreciate
It
you
was
and everything
2017, I believe.
you do. Not just for me, but for this family. I know that at times are tough, but I am still a spoiled brat and want the world. But I am still very, very happy with what this family has. I feel like I don't tell you thank you enough. Now I don't want to make this letter all sappy and long and make you cry or anything, so I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for having my back. Love, Papa.
Right, I read that one. I brought it up. Okay. And that was from like 2017, right?
Yeah, it was August 28th, 2017.
2017, yeah. Okay. All right. I mean,
And that's how she really feels about me, my wife, and my family. Like this is not her handwriting, and she does not talk like that.
okay.
That's everything she's trying to push
Okay.
into.
Anything else from you?
Yeah, with like the messages to the girlfriend, her parents were even gonna get a, what is it, trespass, thing, because he kept going over there thinking that Aliana was over there. At this time, when this first started happening and I was trying to coach her to go, I actually had Juliet talking to her and making sure she was okay, because I had no idea where she was, because she would not meet up at the school, me not knowing I'm at work. So after that, like, it was too upsetting for me not knowing where my child was, because she was so scared and didn't want to go over to her dad's house. I don't know what goes on there, and I'm not going to assume, and I'm not going to say that there's all these lies like what he's doing. I'm not going to do that, because that's not what I'm here for. He's making me sound like a liar, and I don't do this, and this is what's happening. Well, I'm just telling you my side of the story, and that's all that I can do. But I'm just letting you know, like, I had Julia helping me with the situation at that time, because I didn't know where my daughter was. She didn't have her phone, because going to that side, I don't let her take it, because he's taken her possessions multiple times. So, you know, whatever she's telling me is what I'm going by. I don't know what happened with the chair incident. I just know from what she said, she pulled it from underneath him. She fell while she was trying to do her homework. He doesn't feed her, doesn't give her water. These are just things from her that I'm hearing, and that's why she wanted to write this letter, because I don't know for sure what's going on. I didn't coach her to do this letter.
Do you honestly think he wouldn't feed her or give her water?
I don't know.
Do you think that
It's
she's
hard to
being
say.
manipulative at all because she can
That
maybe?
is absolutely ludicrous.
Okay, so
I mean, I
know
can't
that-
believe that either one of you would want to not water your child, give your child water. That's just.
She eats and drinks everything. Oh my god.
So,
are you kidding me?
when Nicole was having a discussion with Aliana on their porch, I guess it ended up getting into where then Ash, her girlfriend, came over, and then Nicole was spilling all her guts about the situation, you know, and she does it via text message as well. You know, these aren't things for her to even have to listen to, and she's told her, you know, that's Aliana's stuff, like, you know, if she wants to tell me, she can tell me. But then Ash came over, I guess, after the late night conversation, and then I guess the dad showed up and had this conversation with her, you know, like, just how he doesn't accept her and what she's doing and girlfriend status, you know, and things like that, you know. I don't see what the problem is with her getting called her AKA Dax from school. Nobody knows her name, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't know those things are on social media. I just want the social media to stop. It's just, it's really upsetting.
Please don't put
Do you
words in
think
my
that?
mouth.
Do you think that the issue with her choices and his maybe not accepting it as much is what's stopping her from going? I mean, I don't know if you do or don't, but that's the allegation. Sounds to me
There's
like
been
there's
so
an
He
many
said
issue.
it before.
allegations.
Hmm?
He said
There's
it.
been so many allegations, but she can't prove anything. I mean,
Well, do you or don't
she just
you?
said all she can do is tell her
I mean, there's
story,
been
and
an
that's all
issue,
she can
right?
do. She can't.
Hold on, Dad. Hold on. I want to ask you a
She
question.
can't prove anything.
Hold on. Well,
There is none.
Let
And
me-
you're
look,
doing the same thing.
I'm asking you a question though. Is that something that is driving a wedge? Do you think?
As far as like her choices when it comes to who she wants to date and this and that, we disagree. I mean, we agree to disagree, like, but I'm still gonna be her father when it comes to other things. I'm not just gonna let her run Las Vegas at 16 years old at all hours of the night or day, not knowing where she's at. And
Okay.
I talked to her dad, and he admitted that it
Her
was
dad,
a party.
meaning Ash's
Ash's
dad.
dad, her
Ash's dad.
girlfriend. I mean, Ash is a bad influence on my daughter. She's older, and she's allowed to drink and everything. Her dad told me that, yeah, I took a shot with my daughter, but I didn't see your daughter take one. And
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's doing the same thing, saying that he hears all these things and he thinks these things are going on. So why can't I say my side of the story? Like, I don't understand why he.
You
He's-
can, and
right.
you have.
I just don't think it's fair that he's saying that I'm all these things when he's not at my house and he doesn't know what we're doing. Yeah, I work. I'm sorry I work, and I'm sorry I get home like at 6:45. But that's just how it is, you
Did you do
know.
me a favor with 2 FPS? Yeah, no, I understand. look, you're both making your arguments as to why you think things are the way they are, and you're making your allegations, and they're being made both directions, and each of you is saying the other one doesn't know. I mean, and I'm trying to ferret out the truth and
I mean,
do
just
what's
the-
best for your son and your daughter, and you guys have a complicated situation. It's really
The
complicated.
main issue is Alicia's been suffering from a preventable situation. I mean, peeing and pooping in his pants. 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. Is he gonna go to 7th grade? You know, and all he can do is try and manage it and deal with it. That's all it's preventable.
What grade is Aliana in this fall?
She's gonna be in 11th grade.
Okay. And he's going into 7th? Okay.
I mean, when I go to pick up the kids, she needs to have Aliana there and she needs to come out. There is no excuse why she's not there and why she didn't come out or down here. Yeah, she can't do nothing at the school. She's not gonna go down to the school and make sure she gets in my car. But when I pick up from her mom's house and Aliana is not there, knowing that I'm coming in the morning at 9 o'clock to pick them up, you think she really cares if she comes over? No, they've been trying to sever our relationship indefinitely.
Okay. All right. Is that it? I'm gonna take a look at everything else. Did we give you the financial disclosure forms?
Yes, just do it.
I
Okay.
just did one though. I did one
Oh, did you just
right
do a new
after the
one?
order, yeah. Cause you ordered it,
I think I did, you're right.
yeah.
I'm sorry if I didn't catch that. And nothing's changed?
That was in February that I
So
did
nothing's
it.
changed since then? Okay. All right.
I mean, and it has to be true though. The last one she did when they were living in an apartment with Nohea, she said there was no other income coming in when Nohea was been working at IKEA for the longest time.
Okay, but I actually look at your two
She just has to be
incomes.
truthful. I mean,
But I just look at your two.
Right, I don't know.
I just look at your two incomes, so, hold on here. Oh, there it is, yeah.
it asks if there's any other income
It does
in
ask
the
the
household.
question,
That's
but in terms of what I
you just gotta,
actually look
you gotta
at,
be honest when you fill it out. That's what I'm saying.
your hourly rate's still $16.50, or has it gone up at all? $15.50? Do you work any overtime? Hold on a second.
Yeah, if we have like volunteering events.
So I only have one paycheck stub. Can you just update with additional stubs, like current ones, so I can see year to date? Please. Okay, so if you would, I'll just have you do one, so you're gonna do one that just, you can just say everything's the same as February 13th, but here's 3 pay stubs, cause that's what it requires,
Okay.
is 3, Deb?
I would like to object to paying child support to her because we know that she lied to the DA and she was living with me for 6 years and claiming
I
that
haven't
she
done
wasn't
anything
for
yet.
5
I
years.
just wanna get
I'm
you
just
guys to do
saying.
your updated financials. We'll see.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
I understand you're gonna object. I may have to have you all come back in here on that issue. We'll see. But I just need updated info first, okay?
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
so-
fill them out,
Okay. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. It's been a couple, 2-3 hours already.
I think you've been asking for an FDF and,
Mhm. Yep, but we're gonna get one.
okay. That
Okay.
sounds good.
Pardon me?
By when?
Everybody have theirs filed by, just let's say, 2 weeks. 'Cause that's not my most urgent
I kind
thing.
of wanted to propose like something for Alicia. If we can maybe
Yeah.
just throughout the summer, like just give him a chance, like, and then we can come back once a month, and that'll be 3 times over the summer, and we can see his progression.
Okay.
And I promise you, it's gonna be so much better. Like, If not, it's gonna.
When you say
gonna
come back here once a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check in and just check the progress.
And when you say give him a chance, what does that look like? Say, basically in your house?
Yeah.
Any contact with mom that you're looking at?
I mean, we fought. I put it in my.
I know, but I
yeah,
understand. I just, pardon?
Yeah,
The second, there's
yeah,
so
she
many
can-
weekends, right?
I mean,
I don't have it-
I kind of almost want to supervise because when they go off, they're gonna shove all this food down. So, and I'm telling you, that's how they are. I'm telling you, I live with them. That's how they are.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know how long ago that was. That was super long ago. So I'm glad that he still knows what's going on. So.
And you
love
know
that
he has
about
a
him.
chef, right, or cook.
Mhm.
So
that's the other thing. She works. This is what she told my daughter. She told my daughter that she works cooking all day. Do you think she wants to come home and make? She doesn't.
she
Yeah,
works
that's-
15-hour days, and you
She
mean
works all
working.
day cooking at work.
She
Do you
doesn't
think
wanna come
wanna
home
It doesn't mean that
and
she
do that?
doesn't. It's just
No,
like
she
if
doesn't.
you're, doing hair and then, you have to go home and do your, grandma's hair or something. It's not like something you want to do all the time after you've done it all day. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't. So it's just.
She probably might cook a meal here.
Do
or
you
there,
do it
whatever.
mostly? I would
I
imagine
cook.
you do it, yeah.
I'm just saying his body doesn't lie, and it's been 3 years, and enough's enough.
Okay.
It's not okay that he's peeing and pooping his pants.
I
at
agree.
9, 10,
I agree. It's not okay. I
12.
agree. I agree. I agree.
So are we able to get an
Anything.
evaluation too then?
I'm sorry?
Can we try to get an evaluation?
For his ADHD.
I
Yeah,
think it's because
do you
of the
have- do you
condition
object
he
to
has.
that?
I think it's because he has to deal with this, and he can't get better. That's why he's depressed, if he's depressed.
No,
That's
ADHD is
for
not.
depression.
ADD or ADHD is not depression. That's attention deficit disorder. That's what she's talking about. She's not talking about anxiety or depression. Do you see him potentially being a little antsy, not focused, like when he's trying to do his schoolwork?
Sometimes I have to just stay focused. But other than that, I don't see him with
Do you know
anxiety
what-
and depression.
Do you know what a ADD evaluation entails? Do you have any idea?
I do not, but I think it's, well, from what Julia said, it's just like, he's gonna speak with them and then have him, I think, do
Like a
some
test?
activities, yeah.
Oh,
kind of test.
activities or tests is
Yeah,
probably
but
like,
even, like I said, the teachers, just this last conference we had, so I don't know if they talked to him about it, cause his was before mine, but I had all the teachers at my conference. We were able to do like a behavior sheet, which they sent to him, I believe, an email as well. But this is what we came up with, because to at least show him that he's doing good, not to show him that he's not doing what he's supposed to, but to try to and encourage him to keep on task. And I have this sheet if you wanna see it as well. It's from the school, from
Mhm.
the dean.
but did they think that he had,
They
the,
did.
the school as well thinks he might have
I
it?
just want to know
his-
why she purposely say don't let Dad know. I don't want Dad there. Why?
Well, she doesn't want to meet with you at the same time.
Why?
Because you've done
Why
that at
can't we
doctor's
co-parent?
appointment.
Why
When
can't
you
we
do,
co-parent?
you come in and what is the word? Embarred, or what's
I'm sorry?
the, when he comes into what we're trying to do and just makes more of a ruckus. That's what I don't want. I don't need to
When have I
sit with
done
him.
that?
Well, I mean, there's been a couple of incidents, I know, that with the doctor's offices,
Mhm.
but we'll figure it out. I mean, you need to address that issue if in fact he does have ADD or ADHD. It might help him with his grades.
Let me make this clear. There was one incident with
Okay,
Dr.
one.
Sheik
Pardon?
where there was one incident with Dr. Sheik where she was trying to say, I'm gonna do my own visit, you can't be in here, blah blah, and all I did was say why.
And
why,
then you-
why can't I be in here?
Right, and then
this
you're-
is about our zone. We need to do this together. Why are
No,
you
but there
trying
was
to?
there was also, I saw the video
Oh,
of
gosh.
the, yeah.
Yeah,
And so
like-
there where they say, we don't even want to deal with you.
Right,
So,
and
I mean,
then
it
he's
just gets-
blaming me for us getting kicked out of all these doctor's appointments when it's actually his demeanor and his attitude and what he's doing.
No record of that.
Look, I mean, I
Okay.
get that everybody's frustrated, but
Records for non-compliance.
Okay.
okay, so,
Facts are
I
facts.
wish I could wave a magic wand and everything would be perfect for you two and your children.
Mhm.
But I've heard both you, and my biggest concern is Alicio right now. I mean, obviously I want you to have a relationship with Aliana too, but I gotta figure out all this and look at all your papers again and go through each and every one of your requests. 'Cause you've made several, she's made some. Define what needs to be done next. Maybe deal with some short-term stuff, like you said, summer, we have the fall. I don't want him failing by any stretch, neither do you. I'll weigh it all and you'll hear from me in the next couple days, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he says that I don't
I'm
help
sorry?
him with his homework, and that's completely false because when I try to speak with the teachers, I email them and ask them, you know, and so that's why we have the behavioral sheet too, to also let me know what's coming home, you know, and things of that nature.
Is the
so.
behavioral sheet the one where that says, the ones you submitted where it's like, what did you do wrong, why did you do it? I thought it
No,
was funny.
well, those are his behavioral sheets,
Oh,
yeah,
those are
but
yours.
this is like a sheet of the whole week
I
to just
see.
show like a score kind of
Mhm.
thing.
So they're trying to like reward him rather
Right.
than punish him?
Mhm.
I just can't believe I have to fight this hard to be in my kid's life, to be a father, to
You are not,
mean, you can make
you're
it
in
so much
them, you're,
easier
well,
for
Aliana, hold
the
on,
whole
hold on,
family.
stop. What you're actually asking for is to eliminate mom for an extensive period of time. That's what you're really asking for, cause you
Mhm.
are in your kids' lives. Now, Aliana's a new scenario, because for what she's getting.
unfortunately that's what has to happen. Because the same
Well,
thing's been going
But
on
you
for
just
3
didn't,
years.
you didn't just say that, you said, I can't believe I have to fight this hard to be in my kid's life. You're in your kid's life every week.
So can we do
No,
like a
I'm
mediation
talking
for the
about,
kids
like-
again, or
Pardon me?
like a mediation for the kids or something?
No,
No.
I'm gonna address it, cause I'm really worried about him. I'm really worried about him. So, okay, I'm gonna let you guys go.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Take care.